Yes. Hello. Good to be here. And of course, we are going to start with like the news of the week, which is obviously, as you heard, Adam Levine. And Bahati, the prisoner, are married. We know this. But that Adam Levine has been having an affair. What kind of affair, you're asking? Who knows? Not sure. One is saying it's a full-fledged affair. The other one is saying it's purely online and DMs. Not sure what the truth is. But all I know is, look, you're probably wondering, what does that have to do with animal news? They're calling him a dog. And you know what? I've got to be an advocate because dogs are more loyal than this. Do you understand? So stop calling Adam Levine a dog. All right, leave Adam Levine alone. No, leave dogs alone because dogs have proven to be way more loyal than Adam Levine. No, so I mean, yes, but the reason is germane to this conversation or to topics at hand is because, well, one, he did do the soundtrack for Paw Patrol, and don't know if you guys know, but his wife Bahati is an advocate and philanthropist when it comes to Black rhinos who are in, at risk of extinction. So that's definitely a reason why to sort of highlight this, because at the end of the day, we've got to be loyal to our animal lovers and philanthropists, and we have to say, you know what, we're behind you, Bahati. As much as you're trying to keep a brave face, this man is trash. He's trash. He's trash. I swear to God, I can't find the clip, or I didn't look for it, but there was a clip. I swear, the first time I thought, there's something about him is not quite right, is when I saw this TikTok. There was this thing about, like Cristiano Ronaldo and how he treats his fans, and Adam Levine, how he treats his fans, or how people treat different fans that go on stage and, act a fool. And Adam Levine did this whole too much kind of a thing. And I was like, oh, don't protest too much. Was it really that gross that this woman clung on to you? Really? Was it that bad? Was it that bad? He exaggerated. But anyhow, all I know is it's been all over the news. And the reason I'm sure it really came out was because, you can't ask someone after you sort of ghosted them. The woman who said she was having an affair, her name is Somna. She said that he recently asked her if he could name his son after her. Seriously. And of course she took to TikTok and she was like, let me tell you something, all right? So I think that's what happened. I think things were fine until he asked if he could use her name for his son, because, Bahati is pregnant. Yeah, that was not smart. So let's look at what we've been seeing on the Daily Mail. I think it's been quite fascinating what's been going on. And I just want to see what the latest is on the Daily Mail. Because as you know, things are a bit crazy, isn't it? Right? So what is the latest with Adam Levine? Okay, so the last thing I saw before was that they were keeping a brave face. They were both smiling and laughing and frolicking or whatever, him and his wife, right? And then he came out with a statement saying that he's never had an affair with this woman, where we heard that before. And then he said that he had practiced poor judgment. That's what he said. He'd practiced poor judgment, and that, he's really sorry, blah, 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 whatever. So now here we are. Let's go to the latest on him. See what's going on. Here you go. It says here, this was the last one. Adam Levine looks downcast on family outing with pregnant supermodel wife Bahati Prinsloo. after Alabama college student 21 became fifth woman. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. He's coming out and saying that he's done the same thing to them, right? I bet you they've all been ghosted also, so I think they're a little bit sore. But, you know, he thinks he's a rock star. He is. He is. We'll give him that much. But I don't know, there's always been a little something about him that I wasn't too sure about. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's just me. I mean, hindsight, right? Fifth woman to accuse him of sending flirty messages and replying to her booty workout photos on Instagram. Adam Levine, you booty bandit, you. What are you doing? That's just not, that's not dog-like behavior. No, it's not dog-like behavior, honestly. You could do better. Yeah. You could definitely do better. Let's see what else is going on. The Daily News, Daily Mail. See if there's like some sort of, I don't know. Yeah, it's James. He's still in trouble, is he? Oh, Hunter gone wild. They love going after this man. Oh, okay, this is the latest. He treated me like trash. Adam Levine's yoga teacher tells how the singer cut her off after he sent unwelcome texts asking to spend the day with him naked, and never apologized when violent boyfriend saw the message and flew into a rage. What? So yeah, this is crazy. So he's done this to his yoga teacher. So obviously with the summer text messages or the DMs or whatever, you at least knew, you got a sense that from the exchanges, they've at least seen each other once, right? Because this is, oh, you're hotter, you're 50 times hotter in person, or 100 times, no, 50 times hotter in person. And then he said, so am I. Whatever. So you get that sense. But this was his yoga teacher. She trained him from 2007 to 2010. And she alleged that Levine said he wanted to spend the day with her naked, and that he bragged to his friends about how she had the best ass in town, and it was cute. So he is a booty bandit. Wait a minute. Let's stop sharing. So he seems to like a good booty. So he is a booty bandit, quite like a dog. So I understand the comparison then, but I don't like the whole comparison like the dogs. You know, when you call a man a dog, it's because he's an awful person and he's just a pig. You call a man a dog because he's a pig. But I still would differ. I still would, yeah, I would still stand to differ, because at the end of the day, dogs are much more loyal than Adam Levine. Yes, I said it. Dogs are much more loyal than Adam Levine. But one of the most interesting things that I saw online about Adam Levine is this. I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. Who would argue with this? Who would argue with this? So I'm trying to clear up everything so that you're not looking at things you ought not be looking at. Right? But I think the best one was from TikTok. Saw this on TikTok and I was like, what? You are absolutely right, lady. Yeah. You said it. Oh, trying to get at it. Hold on. Right here. I was like, say it again. So that's what we're going to do. Best comment ever. Let's play this, shall we?
Does he think that this whole Adam video, does that Mr. Puerto Rico doesn't have power over water? The craziest thing about this whole Adam Levine thing is that most of Puerto Rico doesn't have power or running water.
Let me repeat that one more time.
The craziest thing about this whole Adam Levine thing is that most of Puerto Rico doesn't have power or running water.
Okay, so after I, of course, shamelessly talked about, oh, sorry, that's not it. After I shamelessly talked about Adam Levine, it's important to understand that most of Puerto Rico does not have electricity or running water, people. So as we're all focused on that, and apparently Johnny Depp's got new screens, that, you know, and other people, let's remember most of Puerto Rico does not have running water or electricity at this very moment. So after this live, I'm going to see if I can find some links for you guys if you want to donate, if you want to do, letting people send stuff. But I'm definitely going to find out what we can do for Puerto Rico, because every time there's a hurricane, something bad happens. So we definitely want to make sure that they are taken care of. And that's the most important thing, really. All right, so moving on from Adam Levine and his doggy dog booty banded face. Oh gosh. And all right, so what is next on the agenda that we're going to talk about today on the Motley Crew, right? I think that's something I really want to look into. So, interestingly enough, there's this nice report about how difficult it is to, that not everybody should be a pet parent, which I agree. It's not for everybody. It's like, look, it's a hard decision. And this is something that I had to do myself. And it's, you know, I've got very, very expensive furniture, and I'm partial to light colors. And so these decisions are not made lightly. That's something you've got to, one, discuss with your partner. If you've got a partner, you've got to make sure that you, if you live in a building, that they allow such pets like a dog or a cat, whatever. And you've got to make sure you've got the time, because it's not fair to bring in, you know, an animal into your life if it requires a certain amount of time that you may not have to give. Right? It's that simple. Yeah. I mean, come on, people. Let's get it together. So here's one that talks about that. So we're going to look into that. It's from CBS Pet Project. I really adore that channel. Oh yeah, here it goes. Okay, stop sharing. I got nervous. Oh gosh. All right. So we just have to make sure that's
Responsibility. So who should have a dog and who should not? I was using Elisa Roberts spoke with animal advocate Carol Erickson this week's CBS3 Pet Project. And we're back right now with the CBS3 Pet Project. Carol Erickson, animal advocate with the Pennsylvania XBCA, is here. Carol, good morning. Good morning to you, Alicia. Hi, everybody. You know how I love dogs, and you know that I promote adoption of animals every chance I get, Marvin being a perfect example of that. But you know, not everybody should have a dog. Having a dog in your life should be a treat for both you and the dog. And some people's lifestyles and some people's personalities are just not conducive to living a happy, successful life with a dog for either one of those parties. So here are a couple of things to take note of as we take a look at some wonderful dogs. Here is what, so the kind of people who should not have a dog, people with short tempers, who don't have empathy and patience. A dog will try more patience. And yelling and screaming and punishing will start a cycle that will make everybody miserable and counterproductive. Now, if you travel a lot, work long hours, Alicia, have a lot
Okay, see, I'm going to put a link on that on this live about this video so you guys can really get to see exactly what she's talking about. Some people should not have pets or dogs specifically because of what they require. And so I'll definitely put a link to that story so that you guys can continue on looking and see if this is something that you want to do. If you're really, really thinking about getting a dog or another pet, this is definitely a good story. I love Pet Project from CBS3. It's I pull a lot of stories from there because they've got good advice. And so that's really, really important for you to figure out in your life as you think, right? Okay, so next story that I think might be interesting is, okay, so last week we talked about a kangaroo that killed its owner. And well, check this out. Kangaroo back in the news, right? Because apparently, not only can it kill you, but there's certain other things that can happen with kangaroos. And so we're going to explore that. So for the people that live in Australia, beware of the roo. Seriously, there obviously something's going on where they've lost that kind of fear or they've become feral. I'm not sure what's going on, or climate change, who knows? But something's going on because they literally said it's been 100 years since a kangaroo had killed somebody. It's almost 100 years. So yeah, that's very concerning. Let's look at this one a little bit more closely. All right. Now, here it is. It says here. Whew. It's like, what? All right. They will get you in a headlock. Listen, people of Australia, or anybody, New Zealand perhaps as well, anybody who's traveling there, or anybody who's around a kangaroo, they will get you in a headlock. Australians warned off pet kangaroos after second death in 100 years. Oh my goodness. So behavioral ecologist says 77-year-old Western Australian owner was probably seen by the hand-reared animal as a fellow marsupial. So check this out. If you hand-rear the kangaroo, so here you are thinking, if I raise the kangaroo, it'll know me as its parent or whatever. But no, it sees you as a fellow marsupial, not even as a parent marsupial, but as a fellow marsupial. Why am I yelling? Calm down, Méganne. I don't know why I'm yelling. But yeah, kangaroos are often considered friend, not foe, but the marsupial's reputation took a hit last week. Yes, it really, really did. When 7-year-old, his name is Peter Eads, lay dying on his farm in Perth. Oh, it's so sad. And so it's only the second death in about 100 years caused by a kangaroo in Australia. The last was in 1936 when a 38-year-old New South Wales man, William Cruikshank, reportedly died from head injuries after trying to save his dogs from a kangaroo. So now this was somebody that was probably just more concerned about his dogs than anything. So there was some sort of adversarial situation going on. But I'm assuming that Mr. Eads did not have an adversarial situation. Who knows? Maybe there was a problem. Maybe there was an issue and they argued or whatever. But the fact that he lay dying, right? And then when the paramedics came, I think it was his son or somebody that saw him, the paramedics came, the kangaroo would not let them through. Yeah? So it wasn't dead. But I believe after some point, he became dead because what the kangaroo said, nah, man, you ain't getting through. So gangster kangaroo, that is. Gangster kangaroo. And the fact that he can put you in a headlock, yeah, I ain't messing with them. I ain't messing with them at all. Not at all. So yeah, that you're not going to see me with them. I thought they were cute. They've got me thinking twice about the koala bear and the sloth. The sloth looks cute and all, but them dangling things swipe you somehow slowly. You never know. You never know. So that's that for that marsupial. All right. I am messing with you. And then let's look for the next story. This is cool. I like this. I like it when I'm fascinated by things. Here's a story that should prove to be interesting and fun, right? Let's make this bigger. All right, right here. Well, I've made it bigger, but I've not shared the screen, have I? Sorry. All right, it's interesting. Lots of stories from Daily Mail, by the way. They're doing really good when it comes to the what do you call it? The animal stories. Good job, Daily. I mean, look, here's Morgan and I've got a little bit of history. We've talked about it before, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to be a hater and not say, jolly well done. Jolly well done. Here's a story, How Dogs See the World Revealed. Fascinating study shows it's not who you are, but what you're doing that poachers focus on. So, contrary to popular belief, the poacher's not thinking, oh my gosh, that's Méganne. No. The poacher's thinking, what is Méganne doing? Yes. Poachers around the world, no man. Ever wonder what your dog is thinking when it gazes at the TV? Seemingly fascinated by the news at 10, well, scientists have discovered that your pooch, reading verbatim, probably isn't focused on Hugh Edwards. That's got to be something going on over there. I've left that place a long time ago, the UK. Study dogs at Emory University in Georgia, USA, had their brains scanned by an MRI machine while watching a half-hour video of stimulating content. So this includes clips of dogs running around, humans interacting with each other, vehicles passing by, and a cat in a house. And interestingly enough, this is what they're saying, that the data from the MRI was fed into an artificial intelligence, again, deferring to AI, called IVIS, which correlated brain activity with whether an action or object was shown on screen. Wow. Results show that dogs are vastly more visually attuned to actions in their environment rather than who or what is performing those actions. So, unfortunately for me, that means that, Coco, Fido, and stuff doesn't give a crap about who I am. What's know what I'm doing? Well, okay. I'm doing a live stream. Is that interesting? My lips moving. Is that interesting to you? That I could. Now, what is next in the news? Let's open up a bit through some stuff pretty quickly because I find that I'm not putting enough stuff in there, right? I want to get you guys enough information about what's been going on this week as possible, that you can get your fair share of animal news, global to local. Get animal news from the FRR show, of course, and then we've got the FRR Aftershow live. Here it is. So, bare knuckle brawl. Just put this in. So Daily Mail again. Ooh, this should be interesting. And this is on YouTube. So let's see this. Oh my God, giving them up for what? Yo, what's going on? Holy cow. Okay, so that was fascinating. I've never seen bears brawl before. Did you see that? That was like super violent. That was like, okay, sorry. That was like Canelo and somebody else. Canelo. I actually watched him fight. All right, so at least know that much. Yes. Oh wow, that was exhilarating. Standing in the violent person. Oh gosh. All right, what else we have going on? Oh, this story. I was really sad and I haven't seen an update on it. Hopefully, things work out here for this person. Have you heard? Oof. This is really upsetting. So you can imagine anybody who's had this happen. Have you heard? Paris Hilton's dog's been missing. So this was originally put in on the 20th, right? And so and they're offering a big reward. Look at the doggy, it's a chihuahua. So it says here, Paris Hilton's dog is nowhere to be found, which has prompted the heiress to offer a big reward for her return. Paris Hilton announced her chihuahua Diamond Baby has been missing since last Wednesday. She says they're in the middle of moving and that one of the movers must have left the door open. See, because the pooch has vanished and Paris is desperate to get her back. See, that's the thing. You've got to really let them know over and over and again not to leave the door open, or you've got to separate the pooch when you're moving. You've got to put him somewhere else. And I know we don't like to put dogs in like carriers or cages or whatever you call them, but I feel like in an instant like this, like moving, because you want to keep them safe, you need to not trust that if you put them somewhere with the door closed, that's going to be enough, right? I say keep them with you at all time in a carrier. Mama, she used to have a bag back in the day with a little chihuahua. Why did she not have a bag with her, with the chihuahua, little Diamond Baby in there? Look at the bears. The Diamond Babies. Bears. So she says here that her family and friends have been helping her search iron mode throughout the entire neighborhood. But what neighborhood is that? How are we supposed to help you if we don't know what neighborhood? What are they going to tell us? She said at this point, Paris says she's willing to get any help she can to track her pet down. She's put out a thorough description of her IG stories. Okay, that's the big one. Noting that she's willing to pay up. She says there will be a big reward to whoever brings Diamond Baby back. Probably no questions asked. Oh, that is really sad, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm assuming she lives in what? Where's she living? If Tim's even let us know. Because how are we supposed to know where to find the Chihuahua, we don't know what neighborhood she's in. And you're moving, so it's not like people are going to know anything. Or they're not going to come to your house because you've moved. Okay, so there's a poster. Hmm.
Why is she spending all that money? I think it's not so little to lost in her house. Right now, it's not
Okay, first of all, that's wrong. Wait a minute. Did you get one of them say it's in the box? Do you think one of the movies might have put the, God forbid, the movies could not have put Diamond Baby in a box? He said that. He actually said that. That's so they're not sure. They're assuming that one of the movies left the door open and that the diamond left. Diamond Baby just sort of wandered out. It's a Chihuahua. Like coyotes love Chihuahuas because they're small. And oh God, please don't tell me that it's in a box. That's horrifying. I can't believe he said that. That's horrible. That's oh. Oh, I didn't like that at all. But anyway, yeah, I think that's about it, really. Oh no, there's one thing that I wanted to talk about that I thought was fascinating. Yeah, well, there's two things that were done. So, oh, love it, love it, love it, love it, love those annoying. So here it is. It says here, Brooklyn liberals formed vigilante group called Park Slope Panthers, okay, to patrol upmarket area after homeless man killed a golden retriever by hitting it with a large stick and dousing it in urine. Oh, okay, so I didn't know that was the kind of story. Sorry, I thought it was some sort of Karen vigilante panther, annoyingness. Okay, that's not what it is. All right, this is what it is. So the residents of Park Slope are organizing a group of vigilantes to patrol their ritzy Brooklyn neighborhood and nearby Prospect Park after a pet dog was murdered by a crazed homeless man in August. The group is calling itself the Park Slope Panthers and talks about following the model of the Guardian Angels, which famously kept New York City subway safe throughout the 70s and 80s. I think that's important. New York has gotten so unsafe. And we need people out there patrolling their own neighborhoods because obviously the police can't do everything, right? So yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. So apparently they're organizing to keep the area safe and they want to take their park back, right? Good for them. Good for them. So it says here, but inside accounts, ooh, sounds like there's an insider giving the goods, telling the tea. From the Park Slope Panthers' first meeting sounds less like a group of residents rallying from around, let me try this again. But inside accounts from the Park Slope Panthers' first meeting sounds less like a group of residents rallying around defending their neighborhood and more like a wokeness workshop, too timid about offending anyone to get anything done. Okay, that's hilarious. It's about finding a way that's non-biased to report these things and have people feel like it's safe here. All right, so you're basically saying when you see somebody doing something wrong, if they happen to be homeless, you have to say, person with no Wait, what is it? I think it's a person with a houseless person. Houseless person is assaulting. Wait, no, you can't use that word. Houseless person is perhaps what? Harassing canine animal. Right? Because what? You can't necessarily say dog. What if the dog does not identify as a dog? It might identify as a cat. It might identify. So one must say, appears to be canine, is definitely an animal, do not know what it identifies as. Just to keep it safe, right? All right, so I'm going to stop being silly right now. I really should read the stories beforehand because I didn't really know exactly what it was about. But there's a video that I wanted to see that I did not see on purpose because I wanted to be surprised. Let's see about that. Where is it? All right. It should be somewhere around here. Ooh, I think I may have lost it. Is that it? No, it's not it. All right, I'm gonna give one more shot at looking for it. All right, I'm gonna find it. All right, there you have it. So apparently this rhino has got dance moves and I want to see what they're about. All right, I'm curious. So, okay, where are we going to get to see the dance moves? Oh, all right. Not seeing anything. In the latest adorable animal sightings, rhino hops, skips, and jumps. Let's see your hop, skip, and jump, rhino. Oh, it's not showing anything. All right, so I purposely didn't watch it because I wanted to be surprised, right? Just like the bear attack. But I'm not getting nothing. All right, so it says here that you can get some more animal sighting videos. But if the videos don't play, what does it matter? That is my question. What does it matter, right? All right, so it's not even playing. I've been teased into thinking there was a video to, oh, there it is. Right. So there's a particular website for the South African, blah, blah, blah. But it's not playing. Okay, so now you're just teasing me. All right, so that's not happening. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for just, I don't know, spending the time with me. Of course, starting next week, I will be announcing the lives, hopefully a few days beforehand, and would like people to actually join the lives. I think I'm prepared. I think I'm ready. I'm ready for the unpredictable things that may happen. I think I may be able to start minding the chats. And one of the reasons I didn't do that was because I said to myself, I'm not ready to mind a chat while I'm doing this, because what if somebody has something to say, has a question or whatever. So I just wanted to focus on one thing, get that together. I can do that right now, and then now I can add on the chat. So if it's just one of you, I'm happy to have you. If it's just plenty of you, just be patient, because, you know, grandma's trying her best. All All right then. So this was the FRR Aftershow live.